What's up, guys? Welcome back to Chelsea Explained, and we got tons of things to go through now. Things is popping off. There are some fans that have started to take actions towards our owners. So we're gonna go through that, and there are also some shocking news that we might actually um be selling to homegrown players, then nothing really surprises anymore with these owners that we got in place. So yeah, before we continue any further in the Chelsea news video, if you want to be a legend for me, make sure you like this video, subscribe to my page, and hit that notification bell down below. So the first thing we're gonna go through is that the Strasbourg Ultra supporters has protested yet again, but they're taking bigger actions now because they didn't get an answer from the owners. They sent in a letter, a document to them that they want to have some communication with the owners, but the Strasbourg fans was ignored. They haven't been answered, and then they will take the next steps that is necessary to get some sort of a reaction from the owners. Is coming down from Talk Sports, who are updating us with this information. Strasbourg Ultras march against Chelsea owners Blue Co in furious protest. And this will happen today because they were gonna play against Rennes today at in League One match. And now the Strasbourg Ultras went to their fury at Blue Co, which is the consortium made up by, Todd Bowley, Clear Lake, Mark Walter, Hans Reece. We got Feliciano, we got the guy Jurasek who answered back to Chelsea support fan group, who sent in a letter. So this is all against them. And here you have a picture on them protesting against the Blue Co. There's a lot of banners they have put up where I don't know too much French. I can only say bonjour, those sort of things, and merci, but I can't say any more than that. So I can't tell you what they exactly saying on their banners. But they clearly are protesting. But here it continues though. The consortium also owns Chelsea and have looked to launch a multi-club model including Strasbourg, with other European sides also lined up. We know that these owners have been looking into the Portuguese market as well. They have been interesting of buying Sporting Lisbon, Rio Ave, Portimonense, but that hasn't happened so far. But you best believe these Blue Co, they continuously looking for other clubs to purchase. But the owners have failed to convince the locals of the credential at Strasbourg, with the club's ultras launching the protests, which includes banners, flares, loud chants against the ownership of the consortium. It follows months of unrest among the fan base, who have been furious with the club's transfer policy. And that's what I told you about, that they are very angry against it. Their transfer policy is worse than ours. We have a under 25 policy, while Strasbourg has a under 23 policy, basically signing kids. Um, Earlier this month in March, Blue Co were sent an angry letter by Strasbourg supporters group Ultra Boys 90, I mentioned that as well, and they demanded a face-to-face meeting, but of course they didn't get any answers. And it read on some of, I think either was this the letter or the banner, but they were stating like this: racing is now nothing more than a financial asset owned by an investment fund that already owns another football club. We said it before, we say it again: multi-club is killing football, and we fight it. Two transfer windows have also come and gone, and all we can do is watch helplessly our club is stripped of all its experienced players in favor of young up and coming players. It is now clear that Blue Co requires the recruitment of players age 23 or less. This is absolutely insane, ridiculous. Having that feeling as a fan, we Chelsea fan has this feeling. We can relate to you. You're like our little brother now because Blue Co owns both of us, and we feel you. I mean, having an under 23 policy, signing kids just for these owners' own interest. This investment fund, this consortium, they only are in this for their own benefits. They don't care about results, they don't care about the clubs, they don't care about the fans whatsoever. They only care about what they will gain from this. And it's to double, triple their money after they're selling Chelsea and Strasbourg in 8 years time. And it's really sad that as a fan, you just sitting there being helpless. You can't do anything. But all right, the only thing you can do is to protest and hope they going to listen. That's the only thing you can do. And if you don't get any answers, people in general and fans, they will take the next steps that is necessary because they aren't getting any answers. Um, so I think it's fully right from the Strasbourg Ultras to protest. They were on this before Chelsea fans, but most of the Chelsea fans have woken up now and starting to see the reality with their own eyes. And there will be protests from Chelsea fans in the near future. Um, I can bet on that because we have already heard a lot of noises on the ground. They're singing stuff towards Pochettino, Todd Bowley, etc. They're singing, they also booing the owners. And the atmosphere at Chelsea is just completely dead these days. Even when we score a goal, it's completely dead. And it really hurts Strasbourg fans. It really hurts their team because losing your experienced players, your captains, etc., losing your spine is detrimental. It will only go one way. We have never seen in football history a team that has U23 players winning or being successful. That will not happen. I want to show this because they are taking action now, and it's only a matter of time before we do it, before the Chelsea fans will do that. We've also seen Chelsea fans putting up stickers where it says Clown Lake on them. So it's not looking good, and the only thing you can do is protest. What else is there to do? So that's the latest updates. What's going on at Strasbourg, and I think this is gonna happen at Chelsea very soon. So now we're going into the next Chelsea news. Nothing surprises me anymore when we are under this blue co-ownership who only cares about making profit into their pockets. And here it is coming from the Times and some other journalists that have been posted as well. Chelsea set to sell two-star players during summer transfer window in the bid to comply with FFB. We know these owners have spent massive amount of money. £1 billion has been spent on transfers. And the Times are continuing here that um, looking ahead of the summer transfer window, it has been claimed that the Blues find themselves at risk of breaking the Premier League's profitability and sustainability rules. Everton and Forest have already fallen foul of that and have been deducted points this season. And if we don't sell for a certain amount of money, we could face punishment as well in the next season, even further coming season. Who knows? We can even get a transfer ban for a second time. Continues here, as reported by the Sunday Times, the Blues could put up captain Reece James and midfielder Conor Gallagher on the transfer list. And Makes me very sad to see this. You know, I want to back the Cobham boys as well because I know they bleeding blue. They have the heart in the club. They fighting for us every single game to the last minute. And Conor Gallagher was someone I was looking to sell in the summer because I thought he wasn't in Chelsea's standard. But from last season to this season, it has been massive improvement in many areas of his game, and always available. And I really like Gallagher because he knows what it means to be at Chelsea, and to sell a player like that could be detrimental to the team. Same with Reece James. Reece James is our captain. He's the most favorite player by the Chelsea fans, and he is the same with Gallagher. He knows what it takes to be at Chelsea. He's bleeding blue through and through. But things has changed at this club. These owners, they don't care about winning. They don't care about how it's gonna go for us in the league or in Champions League, etc. And you best believe if Real Madrid comes knocking on the door, what's stopping James from saying no? Because we aren't the same club anymore. I think if we still had Roman Abramovich, there's not a chance James would get sold. There's not a chance Mount would have gotten sold last year. Um, and other young guys as well. Chaluba this year, I don't think he will get sold either. But these new owners only want to sell the academy because they will make most profit out of it. And they don't care about James, and now maybe James, Conor Gallagher see that Chelsea aren't the same anymore. They Chelsea will never get back in to contention for winning Premier League and Champions League, etc. And when Real Madrid comes knocking on your door, and you can play with Mbappe, who will be there next season, probably you got Vinicius Junior, all these kind of superstars, and they could win so many trophies. Like, what's stopping him from saying no? Because this Chelsea is not the same anymore. We're gonna ask further players like Ashaluba. We could also see other players being sold from the academy. So it's not looking good. We know that Gallagher got interest from Everton, West Ham, Spurs. We know there was a £50 million bid for a little while ago from West Ham who got rejected. Chelsea want to sell him for like 60 million, I think. Broja, they want to sell him too. Now, maybe everyone hasn't lived up to the expectations, like a Broja. So some players I can understand why they had to let go, but if they're getting sold, we need to buy players that will upgrade the team. But these owners is just gonna invest in further younger guys so they can develop and then sell later because that's what they only care about. I hope really people start to see this now. They are not in it to win it. I think they're gonna sell as many academy guys as they can to avoid getting hit by FFP, and it would be very sad if James left. I know he's injury prone, but he has made a surgery now. It could get better. He could stay fit next season, and when James is fit, and when he is in form, he's unstoppable as a right back. He's massive player for us, our key player actually. And maybe if we're selling him, he might not be getting injured anymore. You see Loftus-Cheek, Pulisic, they haven't got barely got injured when they left us and joined AC Milan. It could be the same case for Reece James, and they will, and if Gallagher and James leaves, they will probably have managers that know how to utilize them in the best position. I don't even think, even though Pochettino favors Gallagher, I don't think Gallagher is getting used in his best way. He's not a 10 that's going to be creative. For me, he's just a normal 8 box to box midfielder or ball winning midfielder that runs up and down and winning interceptions and etc. and destroying the opposition midfield. He's not a 10 that's going to be creative. I think Pochettino misusing him. So we see what's going to happen. Gallagher could also run down his contract if he wants to, and if he runs it down, he will have better options then, and then more teams will go after him because he will then be on free. And I don't think the owner is going to allow that to happen. We see also that they want to sell Ian Madsen. So many Cobham players will leave, and we think that it would be impossible for them to sell James, but nothing is impossible with these owners because they only care about themselves. They don't care about Reece James, and we're gonna see soon proof of that. We're gonna see what's gonna happen when the summer comes, because if they're coming in a 60 million bid as was reported, I think they're saying yes, honestly, and then the fans could go crazy and riot. And So we better protest and sooner rather than later to save our football club and to hopefully have a player like Reece James staying at Chelsea. Let me know, of course, your thoughts in the comments down below. How you feeling? Do you think Reece James is gonna go or not? How do you feel about Strasbourg fans now finally protesting? Do you think we should do that as well? Let me know that. And thank you so much for watching. Take care, guys.